Lesson 73. Future continuous. I will be speaking. When do we use the future continuous?
We use the future continuous for an action that will be in progress at a particular time in the future.
Give me an example, please.
I will be working at this time tomorrow.
What do you think you will be doing at this time tomorrow?
I think I'll be studying at this time tomorrow.
Will you still be studying English in 50 years' time?
No, I won't still be studying English in 50 years' time.
Where do you think you'll be living in 10 years' time?
I think I'll be living in London in 10 years' time.
Inch. Foot. Yard. What's this?
It's an inch.
What's this?
It's a foot.
What's this?
It's a yard.
How many centimetres make an inch?
About 2.5 centimetres make an inch.
How many inches make a foot?
12 inches make a foot.
How many feet make a yard?
3 feet make a yard.
Is a yard longer than a metre?
No, a yard isn't longer than a metre, it's shorter than a metre.
Consequently, when we run 100 yards, do we run further than 100 metres?
No, when we run 100 yards, we don't run further than 100 metres, we run less than 100 metres.
Chain. Are you wearing a chain?
No, I'm not wearing a chain.
What do we mean when we say someone is a chain smoker?
When we say someone is a chain smoker, we mean that he or she smokes one cigarette after another without stopping, like a chain.
Rise. Constantly. What's my book doing?
Your book's rising in the air.
Does the sun rise early in winter?
No, the sun doesn't rise early in winter, it rises late.
Is the cost of living constantly rising these days?
Yes, the cost of living is constantly rising these days.
What would you do if this table slowly began to rise into the air without anybody touching it?
If this table slowly began to rise into the air without anybody touching it, I'd run out of the room, etc.
Belt. Are you wearing a belt?
No, I'm not wearing a belt.
Hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. What do the words hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly mean?
The words hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly mean every hour, every day, every week, every month, and every year.
Do most radio stations have hourly traffic news?
Yes, most radio stations have hourly traffic news.
Which daily newspaper do you read?
I read the Evening Standard.
Do you read any weekly newspapers?
No, I don't read any weekly newspapers.
How many hours of English do you study monthly?
I study 40 hours of English monthly.
Where do you usually go for your yearly holidays?
I usually go to Spain for my yearly holidays.
Allow, let, every day. What's the difference between allow and let?
The difference between allow and let is that allow has the infinitive with to after it, whereas let has the infinitive without to after it.
Give me an example, please.
The doctor allowed me to change my appointment. The doctor let me change my appointment.
What sometimes happens when we let people borrow things that belong to us?
When we let people borrow things that belong to us, they sometimes don't return them.
Do you think it's a good idea to allow children to do as they please?
No, I don't think it's a good idea to allow children to do as they please.
Do you think it's dangerous these days to let people we don't know enter our houses?
No, I don't think it's dangerous these days to let people we don't know enter our houses.
Do you think more people would kill each other if the law of the country let them?
Yes, I think more people would kill each other if the law of the country let them.
Which is it right to say? I was let or I was allowed?
It's right to say I was allowed.
Why?
Because we cannot use let in the passive voice.
Do you think students should be allowed to use their mobile phones during lessons?
No, I don't think students should be allowed to use their mobile phones during lessons.